Tony smokes the Hibbies. He's rolled them up and he's absolutely sent them to the shops here. It is Hibernian 1, Rangers 4. I wasn't going into this game with a lot of confidence, and especially after the opening 10 minutes, I was bricking it. I was fearing the worst. I truly was. But you know what? A very good performance. I hope this is a step in the right direction. Of course, we have seen 45 against Kelly, and then it kind of went backwards in the second half. But this was consistently good. I mean, I think the subs in this game did affect us, and we didn't play as good in the second half of the second half. But into the game itself, Hibs, creating a few chances. They have a ball whipped in, it's hit back across the box, and then all of a sudden Connor Goldson kind of just boots it into the back of his own net. Again, it wasn't launched in with velocity or whatever. It literally just flies into the back of the net, and then he kind of looked at the ball like, aye, my bad. So yeah, a bit of bad defending for Goldson. I mean, he kind of just fucking cost us our own goal, but at this point, it doesn't really matter because Ryan Kent goes on a solo run. He is caught, very similar to the Sakala incident against Celtic. And in my opinion, they are very cheap penalties, but they're still penalties. So therefore, they've still got to be given. You cannot give the Sakala one, which again, it was a much better angle. In this one, it doesn't really do a good job of showing the actual incident. But if you give one, you have to give the other. So yes, a penalty given. Tavernier steps up. We're loving life. It's one each. After this, though, with chances, Sakala is getting into so many good positions, and he's just frustrating. He truly is. There's instances where the guy is unplayable. I mean, he got himself 2 assists and a goal a day, and still, you're asking questions about him, which kind of just sums him up. But we do get our second goal. Sakala, lovely work down the left-hand side, whips it in. It finds Antonio Cholak. Brilliant. This is a brilliant goal. And I feel like this is what Cholak can offer. He does have a lot more... Morelos did have pace, but I think, now he just doesn't really have any. So, again, I think that's what Cholak offers. I mean, I think a few people do mark out and overhype Cholak to a degree, when they see him being announced in the team compared to Morelos. But I tell you what, we won 4-1, so I'm not going to complain a hell of a lot more. Sakala gets a chance after this, but he essentially does the defending for the defender himself. He closes the angle down and then just runs out a road, and that is it. And it was what are you doing, Sakala, man? Again, just another incident where it was quite foolish from him, but we do take it 2-1 into half time. And again, I think it was actually a joke that this game and Celtic and Hearts wasn't on TV. Oh, but there has to be a blackout because of the Champions League. Oh, God forbid the Champions League is on, brother. Holy goalie, testify. And so Sakala, not Sakala, Cholak, this was his first league goal since October, I believe. But again, I mean, was this better than the Hearts performance? I mean, we did concede a cheap goal, but I think in terms of attacking play it was. I thought Raskin, Cantwell were brilliant. Jack was given man of the match by Rangers TV. I mean, I would probably give him man of the match, followed very closely by Antonio Cholak. But the third goal does come. I mean, the second half, we could have scored about 10 goals. I'm not even lying, troops. It could have been about 10. David Marshall clears it for the back. Jack headers it down. Sakala stays onside. Well done, Sakala, son, and puts it into the back of net. Lovely turn and buries it. And then he has another chance later on in the game where he is offside, but he did score. Some lovely play though for Rangers, one-touch football, and it is right. It's brilliant. I'm not going to criticise them because I mean it's unreal, but I'd like to see that in the cup final. It is infuriating when you see them playing this well. Then in the cup final we were shite. It is infuriating. I don't care what anybody says. Sakala though, more brilliant work for him. He finds Cholak. I believe Cholak's shot here takes a wee bit of a deflection, but it still finds its way into the back of the net, and it's still. At this point, it's 4-1. It's over. And then after this, we create chances. We see the likes of Hadji, Morelos, Wright, Lundstrom come on, and the game kind of died at that point. I mean, I thought Hadji at the four was clearly the best. I just feel like when you bring Lundstrom into that midfield, if there was ever a time for it to be evident how slowed down it was in this game. Scott Wright, you know what? He made a couple of decent runs going forward, but that's all it went. No end product. Shite. Hadji had a couple of decent long shots. Morelos played a couple of people through. He should have played Arfield through to make it 5-1, but he didn't. But again, it's 4-1. I'm not going to begrudge people trying to score for themselves like at 4-1. But at the end of the day, guys, it finished 4-1. Hibs' unbeaten run has been put to an end. The gap, though, is still 9 points. Celtic were getting beat 1-0 by Hearts, but sadly, they came back and won that game. So yeah, good performance, but we still sit at the same gap as it was before. But hopefully we have a good weekend. If we beat, we should be fucking pumping Rafe Rover. So another good performance. Let's not make it a mince Amelia. Let's not make Amelia, man, like we did against Partick Thistle troops. Alright, so until next time, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.